I'm Joanna Small, the Public Information Officer for the Commerce City Police Department. It's Monday, September 23rd, and these are your weekend high or low lights, depending on how you look at it. This is essentially our video blotter where we give you a rundown of the most significant incidents your CCPD patrol officers responded to over the weekend. But we always like to start these off with a few fast facts. We answered 312 calls for service and made 42 traffic stops just on Saturday and Sunday. Now here are those highlights in chronological order. Overnight Friday into Saturday, Denver police asked for emergent cover from CCPD patrol during a pursuit of aggravated robbery suspects. DPD officers executed a pit maneuver with their vehicle to stop the fleeing suspects in the 5900 block of Highway 85. Two individuals were taken into custody on scene and a third fled on foot. We assisted by setting up a perimeter and utilizing a drone to locate their third suspect, who was then taken into custody. Great work, patrol. Also overnight Friday into Saturday, officers rushed to Adams City High School after reports that a vehicle had crashed into the school. The driver admitted to dispatch over the phone that he was drunk and had left the scene. Officers contacted him nearby and the driver was attempting to evade arrest. He was eventually placed into handcuffs and is now facing a number of charges to include reckless driving, hit and run, failure to remain on scene, DUI, and obstruction. His vehicle was impounded. On Saturday night, a CCPD patrol officer made a traffic stop on a vehicle that had no license plate and no valid registration. When the officer approached the vehicle, the driver got out and fled the scene on foot, hopping fences to get away. He was found to also be in possession of burglary tools. Although he wasn't apprehended that night, he was identified and is now facing charges for obstruction, having the burglary tools, and resisting arrest. On Sunday, officers responded to the 10,000 block of Quintero Street. Multiple people live inside the residence, and one of the women told officers she was violently assaulted by another woman while sleeping. Her injuries were so severe she was transported by ambulance to the hospital. The suspect was identified on scene and arrested. She's now facing second-degree assault charges. Also on Sunday, officers were dispatched to Walmart for a robbery involving a weapon. When we arrived, we learned the victim had just been carjacked at gunpoint. The stolen vehicle is a 2012 Mercedes C3, license plate CQF162. If you see this vehicle, call 911 immediately. Fortunately, the victim was physically unharmed in the confrontation. Again on Sunday, an observant CCPD patrol officer came across an occupied stolen vehicle, a Chevy Silverado, parked in the 6000 block of Hudson Street. He observed the driver get out of the vehicle, and when he asked the driver to stop, the suspect fled. He injured himself, unsuccessfully trying to jump several fences, but did manage to take off. Officers were able to recover the stolen vehicle, which had been a reported steal out of Golden. And again on Sunday, great work getting a stolen Bobcat skid steer out of the hands of thieves. We responded to a theft in progress and were advised by dispatch that two people in ski masks were stealing an excavator in the 9000 block of Pitkin. When we arrived, a truck pulling a trailer with the skid steer was driving away. Although we couldn't pursue, we followed the thieves, who eventually drove into a field to escape officers, where the trailer and stolen skid steer became stuck. They abandoned it there, allowing us to recover the machinery, which is worth tens of thousands of dollars. Overnight Sunday into Monday, officers responded to a liquor store in the 15,000 block of East 120th Place after a business alarm alerted us to intruders. Part of the glass in the front door to the business was shattered, and there were broken bottles both inside the store and in the parking lot. Surveillance footage captured a group of 5 suspects throw a rock through the door and then enter the store. The suspects grabbed bottles of alcohol off the shelves and from the refrigerators. If you believe you have any information that would help us identify these criminals, call our tip line listed there at the bottom of your screen. That's all for now. We'll see you next time. Have a safer week, Commerce City, and remember, if you need us, we are always just minutes away.